The world is grim. Like I said, it's a crazy world out there right now. It's not picture perfect. I'll be honest with you. Yo, I'm Dre. I'm the owner of KIBISHI, and these are some quick facts about me. Starting off, I want to just go and give a quick background about KIBISHI, a little bit of why I started the brand. I go with the name first. KIBISHI means grim. Obviously, you can see like on certain things like this, it says grim on here. It means grim in Japanese. That's why I came up with the name. I really was trying to hone in on grim. But the reason why I kind of came up with that name, the world is grim. You can look at everything that's going on around the world right now. Everything, it's not the picture perfect. And at the end of the day, like I said, I wanted to create something that I can be able to create my ideas that I have in my head and actually kind of bring them to life, but actually depict what I see in the world. And, KIBISHI came out to be what it is. And really, I feel like when you in this type of time where there's a lot of negative and you're trying to fight it off with positive, I feel like you kind of got to have something to make yourself feel positive. In this world, KIBISHI is that positive for me. KIBISHI allows me to go create. It gives me the opportunity to just express how I feel, to be able to express how I feel where people can relate to how I feel. And, just be able to kind of bring things to perspective of, like I said, what I think. Now, me being Dre, I'm 25 right now. I started the brand in 2023. Really, I would say growing up, I really liked fashion. I got into fashion actually because, I'll be honest with you, it really came after I watched Peso by ASAP Rocky.
I be that pretty motherfucker.
When I seen ASAP Rocky in the video and I started like listening to ASAP Rocky more and like starting to see like a lot of the fashion that he was like promoting, really not promoting but like wearing, like cause everybody knows ASAP Rocky for fashion and music. At the end of the day, I grew up, I seen that video, it kind of pushed me more into liking fashion, and then from that point I've known a lot about different brands. And you around people in school, you see them wearing certain things like the newest Jordans, the newest whatever trend is going on at that time. And I knew about these brands, knew about the trends that was going on as a kid. And you want those pieces, you want those drops, but as a kid you don't have the money to go get that, and I didn't have the resources or the money to go buy the things that I wanted to. So I kind of grew up without like having those things that I wanted, like those pieces, those clothes, those shoes. Like I didn't have a lot of the brands or things that I wanted, which I'm not complaining. Obviously, I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm not gonna be that type of person, but it stuck with me because, like I said, I've always followed fashion. Like I said, without having it, I've always followed it. So I knew about a lot of things, and like later on down the years, Virgil played a big part in a lot of things I was doing. So, like I said, I've liked fashion for a long time. Basically, what comes from me not having it back then becomes KIBISHI. I want to be able to have something where I can have my own piece in the world, where I can be able, like I said, I can have this brand, it's mine. So when I walk and see people wearing something like this hoodie right here, when I see people wearing it, I can be like, dang, I made that. And I can see it on everybody, like I said, like walking art pieces. That's really a quick rundown on why I started the brand. Now, quick couple facts about me, or some facts about me. I'm from Atlanta, born and raised my whole entire life. I love Atlanta. Like other things about me, like I said, I love fashion. I love creating. Creativity to me is like a gateway for everything, because I feel like you can do a lot while being creative. So that's one big thing on the list for me. I love creativity and being able to kind of just hone in on like the ideas and try to make them to be, something big. I like art, but I've not gotten into a lot of art. Like the only artist I've like recently been looking at is like Sloan. I would say I like art, but not dive too much into art. Like I said, besides like clothing, because I do see clothing as some type of form of art. Music is a big thing for me. I love music. I feel like when you listen to music, and this may be for some people, I feel like a lot of people may feel the same way. You get to feel the creativity that somebody else has when making a song. Now, some songs are not that creative, obviously, but when you listen to like certain things like older music, you get to actually feel the emotion. And like I said, I'm not saying it's dead right now. You can still listen to artists right now. You can really feel their emotion. You feel if they're sad in a song. You can feel that they have anger in songs. You can feel if they're feeling good in a song. Like you can feel a lot of different things. So that's why I feel like music is one big thing for me I really love, and really plays a part in a lot of things that I do while designing. Because when I design based on really like what I'm listening to. Or I may sit down and listen to a certain music genres just just to kind of get in that mode to want to create. And one thing that's been big for me though now, and I'm starting to get into it, like I guess as I get older, I've been reading more. I like getting like a lot of ideas and stuff like that from books and listening to like certain audio books and like I say just overall getting like more knowledge, and not only just knowledge but getting a lot of ideas from books. So like I said, really that's about it. Used to be a big into gaming. That's kind of went away because I want to focus more on the things I want to do, but love gaming as well. I feel like a lot of games have like a lot of little stories and stuff like that. A lot of things that I like align back to being creative. So really it's just a lot of storytelling that I like to do. And you know, like I said, obviously making clothes and designing, you know, being a designer right now feels good. One of the biggest things I actually love, that's why I love this brand and why I created this brand a little bit. I may actually make a longer form video why I started KIBISHI. Yeah, really just love designing. I think designing clothes is really like one of the biggest things that I love right now. And that's because, like I said, I can just be free and just design what I like without having nobody tell me like this or that about like what I'm doing or what I'm designing. It's really just what I feel, and I can just design it however I want to and just, you know, kind of free flow, like actually use it as a canvas. Like I said, I look at fashion, like I said, or I look at the way that we design here, like I look at it more like an art. So like I feel like when I'm designing, I'm doing it off of a canvas. So it's like I'm actually painting like on some Bob Ross type, you know. I'm really like doing something like that because like I said, everything for me when I'm designing is like a story, or if it's not a story, it's like the design has a deeper meaning than what it just is. So, you know, we just get a lot more just free when it comes down to designing, but that's one big thing that I love right now. And I also used to love skateboarding. Let's throw that in there too. Skateboarding was a big thing for me. Now I'm going to go and wrap this video up because my camera is at 4%. I actually did record this video I think a week ago, but when I was editing it, it was blurry. So I had to come back and re-record it. But I'm Dre. For the people that stuck around to the end of the video, I appreciate you. Be sure to hit the links in the description. First link is for the store where you can sign up with the emails. Like I said, we'll be doing a lot of good little things with that. Follow the Instagram at kibishi.co. Keep being a positive light in the grim world because, like I said, it's a crazy world out there right now. And just remember that KIBISHI is not for everyone. It's just for those who get it. I am out. Peace.